that our enemies will always fail when God is on our side, right? I love that when we have God, we don't need anyone else to succeed, right? And this is not to say don't live in community, don't have friends. Please don't take it that way, because God has created us for community and we should be in church and all of those things. So please don't swing it that way. But notice this, right? We had 450 prophets of Baal, 400 prophets of Asherah, and one prophet of God. Right? And there are other places in Scripture, too, where we see that mathematically in the natural, it doesn't make any sense for the people of God to be victorious. But I thank God that He isn't dependent on natural math to be victorious, right? And so I love that. So I look and I think here, as I think about applying this to my life, and maybe as you too, are there places in our life where we're discouraged because we feel like we're outnumbered, right? Are there places in our life that it looks like we're up against an army way bigger than us? And how do we deal with that, right? And so for me, I work part-time at Kent State with college students, and this past week we went out and we surveyed 50 college students, asking them about their opinions of God, politics, all kind of the taboo things that you shouldn't ask. We asked them in an anonymous survey, and it was powerful because it taught us a lot. And as I was reading the responses and I left and I was thinking about it, I felt discouraged because I thought, man, there are some people, right, who said that they wanted to know about God, and there were some that did not, right? And they were very polite about that. And a few years back, there was a poll done at Kent State. They asked people kind of where, if they were involved in any campus ministry, and less than 5% of the campus was attending any denomination's spiritual activities, right? And so that can be discouraging. I walked my car from campus and I was really just processing. I feel so outnumbered. Right? On a campus of 30,000 people, I am like the little guy, right? I feel so outnumbered. And the things of God aren't popular, and the people of God aren't popular. And this story reminds me that it doesn't matter how many people are behind me or beside me. If the Lord is, that's enough, right? And so I encourage you, think about that in your own life, right? Is there anywhere in your life that you feel like you're outnumbered? Is there a situation that maybe even keeps you up at night? You know those situations, right? Where you're trying to fall asleep and you're playing out the scenarios and you can't really hack it, right? And I encourage us, each of us, to really think about that, to think about this scripture and to remember that truth.